are back. Trying Hip Hop Podcast. It's your boy Howard and my man.
What up, y'all? It's Kurt. Kurt in the building.
Yep. Happy Black History Month, first of all.
Yes, sir.
We want to,
definitely want to clap that
Yep.
up. Yeah, man. Definitely happy for that to, be able to celebrate another one. We got to definitely give some respect to all those who have done a lot for us in Black history. But go ahead. You were saying?
Oh, nah, that was it. That was it. How was your week?
My week was pretty good. I ain't complaining. Just working and staying busy. Just working on stuff like the podcast and still working on book stuff. So.
Oh yeah, you did an excellent Lost in Thought and like the news. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
like you got
appreciate
some
that.
church clothes on and shit. But nah, it was cool though. It was cool.
Yeah, I was just like, let me do a little something. I just want to get a little creative. So, but I'm glad y'all liked it. But yeah, it's we are episode 152.
152.
And my week, like I said, was pretty good. How about your week? Was your week
good? It was pretty good. Just, getting back and acclimating to school, doing schoolwork, knocking that out. And,
all right.
Yeah, man, that's about it. Working.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. We got a lot to talk about today, man. It's been a rough week for the, Hollywood and, some people we lost.
Yeah. Crazy, man.
So, Beyonce, she lost one of her cousins, somebody named Cardone. Definitely hate to hear that. We lost the actress, Cloris Leachman. I forgot to mention that to you. I don't know if you're really familiar with her, but she's done a lot of stuff. She's only had, I think she's probably had like 20 or 30 movies and stuff like that. She's been acting since like the 70s, like 1970. And she was on like the Mary Tyler Moore Show and a bunch of other stuff. She's been on Malcolm in the Middle. She played the grandmother on there. She was on Dancing with the Stars. She did that one time. She's done a bunch of voiceovers. She's done voiceovers for The Croods, Beavis and Butthead, and she's also done an episode of Family Guy. I've heard her on there. So she was a great actress, man. She's good. She was always good for that grandma role. She passed away. Also, we lost a Temple University coach and Hall of Famer, John Chaney.
Yeah.
He was, man, very well respected in the industry, and I know that was a big loss for Temple and Philadelphia in general, because Temple's in Philadelphia. So I know that was really big. I've been there one time, to Temple, and that was years ago. So I need to get back up there, man, see how things are. We also lost Dustin Diamond, my man who played Screech on Saved by the Bell. He had cancer, man. That was rough, man.
Yeah, he had a pretty rough flight. Like, I don't know if a couple of years ago, we're going to talk about Lifetime. He did the Lifetime movie. They did the Lifetime movie on him.
I didn't know
And, man, they did the whole, the whole cast of Saved by the Bell. But, man, everybody else was, living this life and, Screech. You know what I'm saying? No one, he was just trying to find himself and he was trying to hang with certain people and they, they took advantage of him and stuff. So, yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, he was. Man,
that's messed up, man. Yeah. I mean, it's, that whole cast, has gone through some stuff. What's her name? Lark Voorhees? The black girl.
Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa Turtle. She's been going through some stuff too, man, in her personal life. So she's starting to get over her. She's got some kind of medical stuff going on, and I think with some mental health stuff.
I always thought she was pretty hurt, and I didn't really too much like Kelly as far as the girl. It was either her or the tall one. I can't think of her name.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Well, they were, as far as I know, they were working on a Saved by the Bell reunion thing. I don't know if it's going to be a movie or show or what, but supposedly Screech was never going to be in it, and they never said why. But maybe what you're talking about is why. Maybe because he was so separate from them. And I know from what I understand, did he get into like porn or something like that?
I don't know. Now that might be alleged. I don't know. And that's probably like a while. I mean, obviously a while back.
I heard that. I never knew for sure. That's why I'm kind of asking. But anyway, definitely rest in peace to him. He had cancer, and I know that's rough because you go through a lot of pain with cancer. Also, the iconic photographer Ricky Powell, we lost him. He was very well known in the hip hop industry. He's taken some of the most iconic pictures of people like Run DMC and the Beastie Boys, who he was very close with. I think that was the first group he became good friends with. They actually called him the fourth Beastie Boy. A bunch of hip hop people, and then also he's done people like Madonna and Vin Diesel. He's done Hollywood, but he started in hip hop, so a lot of the famous photos you may know of in hip hop, he might have been behind it. You know what I mean? So he was very good at what he did. And also, my favorite, Cicely Tyson, lost her. That was a very big loss for entertainment in general. She's been in so many things. She's been acting since the 70s as well. Yeah, the one
she did with Rich. I mean, she done several with Richard Pryor, hasn't she? Mm-hmm. But there was one with the kids. You know what I'm talking about? The not Get on the Bus. It was dang, I forgot what that movie was. But with the kids, and like what I'm saying, he was up there trying to do things for him.
Was it?
And like he was really trying to get away from it because like he was in all these petty crimes and stuff.
Was it the toy?
No, not the toy. Not the toy. No, it was a bunch of kids. Like he was almost like damn near a social worker.
Wow. Yeah. I'm gonna have to look for that one.
Yeah, it's a classic. Yeah. It was hard. Yeah, him and she's in it. It's a classic movie.
She's been in a lot of stuff, man. I know her. I first knew about her from Roots. She was in episodes of the Roots series. She was also she played in a movie called A Woman Called Moses, where she actually played Harriet Tubman. Okay. So she was like, I think, the first one of us to play Harriet. And then let's see here. She was in The Help. I remember that role that she did in Help. I remember the way that they did her character made me so mad, man. Because have you ever seen that?
Nah, I heard some good stuff about it.
It was a really good movie. You should go back and watch it. Yeah. She was a maid for this lady, played by what's her name? I forget. Tall white lady, but basically she was the maid, and something went wrong. I think if I remember correctly, something got missing or stolen, and she or went bad, and she just immediately blamed the maid because she didn't want to look bad in front of her friends. She had a bunch of rich friends, and so just to save face, she just blamed it on the maid. And Cicely Tyson's character had worked for her for like 20 or 30 years. You know what I mean? So she's like, her daughter was like, it wasn't her. Whatever the fuck it wasn't her. And she was just, I don't care. Get out. I don't trust you no more. And she made her leave. Boy, man. Cicely Tyson played the hell out of that role because she really captured that role.
Hold on, is she the one that made the shit out of pie?
Yes. Well, no, she didn't make it, but that was the movie. But it was dang, what's her name?
The shit out.
Yeah, I forget her name, but it was the other lady who did that one.
You ate my shit.
Yeah, that was hilarious. She said, "Eat my shit." She was like, "What?" She was like, "Yep, eat my shit." That's what you're doing right now. She was in that pie too. Like, had it all over her face. It was what? But yeah, anybody who hasn't seen that movie, go back and see it. The Help is really good. Has a lot of good people in it, and you can't go wrong. So Cicely Tyson, man, but she's done so many iconic roles, man. She was in Medea movies and stuff like that. Yeah. And so everybody has seen her in something, even if you haven't seen all of her movies. And since it's Black History Month, I just definitely want to make sure we pay her some respect. You know what I mean? So
I had to give a shout out to Tyler Perry. Mm-hmm. That he did dedicate like a soundstage to her. That was really cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he should. She's definitely worthy. I know he had dedicated one of his studios to Spike Lee. Even though him and Spike Lee kind of had beef over the years, he still dedicated one to him. So I thought that was kind of dope, you know. But anyway, man, you know, anything else you want to say about Cicely Tyson?
Nah, man, other than, you know, we lost a good, and then, man, you know, at least, and well, it's not as tragic, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? At least she lived, she was like 4 shy of 100.
Yeah,
you know, she lived a long life.
She did. That's a good age to go at. I have to admit, she did have a good long life. But because I've seen her in so many things, she gives me that grandma feel. So she kind of feels almost like I've lost my grandma. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of why it's kind of, you know, resonating with me a little bit. I'm like, man, you know, when I heard that, you know, all these other people that passed away, like Cloris Leachman, she's a great actress. But Cicely Tyson, man, because I can relate to her because of the black struggle.
Oh, yeah.
It really made you feel like you almost lost one of your own family members. You know what I mean? Yeah. So... But let's give them all a moment of silence before we move on to the next thing. Alrighty.
Oh, real quick. Hold on. If I can put this damn hat back on. Okay. The shirt I'm wearing, this is my girlfriend gave me this shirt, and I want to shout out this guy named Bobby Splash.
Okay.
And he's from Lexington, North Carolina. He's got he's got podcasts. He's got some merch and stuff going on. So I want to shout out to Bobby.
Bobby Splash?
Bobby Splash. Bobby!
What's up, Bobby?
Bobby!
That's dope, man. So he made the shirt?
Yeah, this is like his brand.
Okay.
So like I was gonna tell people like you can find them on all platforms. He also got like on YouTube the B Splash TV.
Okay.
He also has like a Lover Scorn, which I believe that's on YouTube as well. It's all local actors.
Okay.
And like I said, the brand Star Power, which is funny, his name, you know, the Bobby Splash thing, because, you know, it's kind of like a new way of, I know this is not him doing this. I'm just saying as far as like the way I look at it, him like a new way of doing James Brown. Because you remember James Brown got the album Star Time, and then you got Bobby Bird.
Right.
And Bobby Splash.
Yeah.
Bobby! So, yeah. Bobby!
Yeah, so, that's what's up, man. That's dope, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're supporting that, man. You know, you said he's out of Lexington.
Yeah, he's out of Lexington.
That's right down the road from us.
Just look down the road. You know,
man. I used to go in Lexington a lot when I did door-to-door sales. And, you know, Lexington was a pretty good place to go. You know?
Yeah, Lexington ain't bad.
Yeah. But, so, yeah, shout out to Bobby Splash.
Yeah, Bobby Splash.
Also, I want to mention that rapper Chief Keeth is hospitalized. Not really sure what it is. He hasn't really given all the information, but just want to give him a shout out and send him some well wishes. Hopefully things are getting better for him, because that's rough. You know what I mean? He might be wanting to keep it secret, but he's kind of just been posting some pictures, not really explaining, but basically just showing that he's in the hospital. So our well wishes go out to him. Also, I want to acknowledge, in honor of Black History Month, February 1st is a very significant day. That was a day that during the time of sit-in movements, we had the Greensboro Four did a sit-in movement here at the Woolworths right downtown here in Greensboro. Yeah. And it was 4 guys who went to A&T State University, right where my man go. Alma Mater. And the gentleman's name was Ezell Blair Jr., David Richmond, Franklin McCain, and Joseph McNeil. And I think one of them may have passed, but I think the other 3 are still alive, if not all 4. But I think I heard one of them may have passed. But this was like back in the 60s, and, you know, they went into the Woolworths, which is still here, but it's now a museum in honor of them. It's a Black History Museum, but they went in there to eat, and they were refused service. So because of that, they told them, well, you can't sit here, you got to go elsewhere and do this and that. And they were like, no, we refuse to leave. and they basically they kind of planned it because they had gone in there I think a day or so before,
and then
they got thrown out, and so they were like, this time we just not gonna leave.
And the thing of it is, man, they were putting cigarette butts out on them and stuff like that, man. Like how and like, you know, you supposed to be a so-called moral nation,
right?
A Christian nation.
Yep.
Like, how can you justify that?
And those be the main ones who feel like they're very religious. Oh, I'm a man of God, or I'm a woman of God. I love the church. Fuck you, nigga. You know what I mean? Yep. But it's like, okay, how do you go from one to the other?
Yeah, how do you do that? Because if we did that, man, you can't do that.
Right.
You can't do that and love God. But when they do it, it's like, nah. Like, it's a double standard.
It is, man. It's terrible, man.
But yeah, man. I mean, yeah. Shout out to them. I mean, definitely, you know. And that I was going to go ahead and pose this question today since we're talking about the movement.
Yeah, let's do our question of the day.
So my question today is, if the pandemic happening, you know, it's happening, was still happening always, also,
if it happened like back during the civil rights movement.
Yeah, if it happened in the civil rights movement, would the outcome of it be a little bit different? So how different? Yeah. So I was trying to say how things would play out.
Right.
You know, if
it happened back then
in the 60s. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
So,
I'm sure things would have played out somewhat different. I mean, I don't know how, but I feel like they would have gone different in some sort of way. But I don't know if it would have been a good way or a bad way. You know what I mean? Like if they would have used the pandemic more so to be more racist toward us, or would it have helped them to soften up a little bit and say, you know what, this pandemic is killing all of us. Let's just do better. You know,
I don't know. They're still probably trying to find a way to blame it on us.
Right.
Like they did now.
Right.
Like the shit's in China.
They would have called it.
Came all the way over here.
Right.
Then it's like, you know, black people getting this shit more than everybody else.
Mm-hmm. They would have called it the African virus back then if they had to.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't have had the science back then to tell where it originated from. They would have probably just said, yo, you niggers did it.
Yeah, you niggers brought it up. They the one up there bringing smallpox to like damn Native Americans and they blankets.
Yeah.
But we carry diseases.
Yep.
All the way from out.
But yeah, I think they would have definitely played out different to some degree. I would imagine it would have probably went a little more negative. They would have probably used it against us, you know, like you said, blamed it on us and experimented more on us for testing and shit like that. We gotta make sure.
Oh, yeah.
We got a cure. I got some bleach. I mean, it's the cure. Let me just put it in your arm real quick.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? It'd be crazy. It might be like another dark chapter to Skeeky out of that. If you really think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and that's why really they have a hard time getting black people to take it now because, man, I mean, if you are people that have been experimented on, slaughtered, whipped, bombed and everything, and then they're like, well, this stuff is affecting everybody. Let's go ahead, and then it's like, nah, man, like, nah, that noise.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's very interesting. Let us know what y'all think in the comments. You know, what do you think? How would the pandemic have played out back in the civil rights era? Do you think it would have had a more negative effect, or do you think it would have helped people change their hearts a little bit and be nicer because they see more people dying? You know, it could go either way, but I lean a little bit more towards the negative. So yeah, let us know how y'all feel about that. All right, so let's jump into some birthdays real quick.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to read through my list here. On February 1st, my man, Big Boy from Outkast. Gotta give him a shout out, man. He's still one of my favorite rappers out there. Also, on February 1st, since it's Black History Month, Langston Hughes, if y'all don't know him, iconic, legendary poet and social activist. You know, I've read a lot of his work, and I mean, the man was brilliant. I think sometimes you may learn a little bit about it in high school, you know, some of his work.
Yeah, a little bit, but you know, they They don't want to give niggas too much.
Right, he gets an honorable mention in high school. But so his birthday was also on February 1st, which I think is fitting since it's Black History Month. February 2nd, we had the rapper Poetess. She was one of the 90s rappers that I always loved. She had a dope style, and she was always dope with the lyrics, but also socially conscious, and you know, she spoke on a lot of good topics, you know what I mean, like rape and abuse and all that stuff. So love that about her, and she's still doing her thing nowadays. She's got a Instagram channel, so you know, shout out to the Poetess. Also, my man, the Rockwilder, his birthday is today on the 3rd. Yeah, man. He's been producing and DJing for a good minute. He's done a lot of work with Redman, among other people like Eric Sermon. I think he's worked with Method Man on some of his solo stuff too. So shout out to the Rockwilder. Also coming up on tomorrow, Rosa Parks, her birthday on the 4th. Only fitting for Black History Month. So definitely going to do something special for her. Also tomorrow, Cameron, rapper, his birthday is tomorrow, so he shares a birthday with her. Coming up on the 5th, my man Kevin Gates, he's got a birthday. Happy birthday to him. And then finally on the 7th, my man DJ Kid Capri and my crush, Free from 106 in Park. Man, happy birthday to her. She still looks so good, man. She's got an Instagram page too. Yeah. So y'all might want to check her out.
I might want to do that now.
Yeah, man. So let's give all of them some skibbity claps. Yeah, man. So happy birthday to all of y'all. All right, so let's move on. I got a couple of new music joints out. My man Jim Jones just released a new song called MMTC. That joint's pretty hot. My man Nori, he just released, gave you a 2-in-1. He got a video out for a song called Out of Line, which features Meth and Conway.
Okay.
And a song called Going Up. And that features a female as well. But he put them into one video, so it's like 11 minutes long, because he's giving you both of them in one. So, yeah, it's pretty dope, man. So I guess he's about to drop some new music. So I always like what Nori does, man. His beats are always so dope, man. He knows how to pick them good beats. So he's worked with Pharrell a lot, you know. I think he's done. Did he do Premiere? I think he's done Premiere before.
I mean, he probably has, man. I mean, because that's one thing like Nori was talking about, like him, you know, when he's with Capone and all them. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole, like his whole inspiration of rap was like G-Rap and all them.
Right, exactly.
Like
man, G-Rap, he inspires so many people, man. But also, one more song, we got my man Locksmith. He just released a song with my man John Connor called Angels and Demons.
Okay.
Locksmith, man, he's dope, man. Y'all got to start paying attention to him, man. He's been really putting this stuff out there, especially on Instagram. I think he's really active mostly on Instagram. So he's doing this thing, and he does a lot of stuff. He'll put like a freestyle out there just so you can hear something. Also, my man who got a freestyle out as well, oh man, I don't know why I can't think of his name, from Rough Riders. Dragon, yeah. He's pretty active on his Instagram too. He just recently dropped a freestyle. It was dope too, man. So I don't know why people are not really paying more attention to him as well. So
Dragon was pretty. I mean, I don't think he was he definitely wasn't like the best out the group, right? But he definitely had like a little unique edge.
Yeah, he did. He's got a really good voice for hip hop, and you know he's got some pretty dope bars. So shout out to Dragon, man. All right, so let's get into some topics. We got quite a few. First, I want to drop some information. We got a new show coming out called Hip Hop Uncovered. I think this is going to be really dope. From what I understand, it's going to be a series, and it's going to be 4 different people telling these stories about their hip hop background. Okay. And it's supposed to be like people who you may not know too much about. Not like the forerunners, like your Dr. Dre or somebody like that, but somebody who's behind the scenes.
Okay.
You know, more so.
Like the engineer.
Right, something like
drama,
that. Right.
The guy handing out flyers.
Right.
Okay. That's
stuff like that. I think one of them is what's the dude that got Tupac mixed up in that thing that he went through for jail when he went to when he got shot up or whatever. What's my man's name? Because everybody was saying he was the one that had Pac shot at one time.
Not Stretch or Bobito.
No. It was like not Jimmy Henchman, but somebody else. What's this dude's name? I forget his name. Today I don't know why y'all I'm forgetting a lot of names, but I'll put it on when I download this to YouTube. But yeah. It's gonna be interesting though. But it starts on February 12th on I believe it's FX, the channel.
Okay.
And it's called Hip Hop Uncovered, so y'all look out for that.
I finally got, you know what I'm saying, that, I can, stream it through the .org section, so I can just...
.org section.
Yeah, so I can be able to watch that.
Yeah, man. That's what's up, man. So, let's give, also I want to give some good news. My man Jadakiss announced that he has a new deal with New York Transit, where his voice, among 20 other iconic voices, are going to be featured on New York Transit, like the buses and subways.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll be hearing a lot of encouragement from them about being healthy, and I think about the vaccines and all of that stuff. Which whether you're talking about vaccines or not, it's still going to be dope just to hear Jadakiss, "What's up, y'all? Stay healthy." Yeah. You know what I mean? I think that's going to be so dope.
Boy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you go to Yonkers, you know what I mean? Go to Yonkers, you know what I'm saying? You going to pick up the bread, you know?
We might have to poke Mike.
Yeah, oh, God, that was hilarious. That interview was hilarious.
Man, that was, man.
Yo,
that was the best
I could not stop. Because the way he was, because they were dead ass.
Right.
And they would have done that shit too.
Yeah.
We gonna have to figure out one, but somebody gonna get knocked the fuck out first.
Yeah, you ain't gonna fight Mike. You gotta poke Mike. You either gotta poke him or shoot him. You know what I mean? We was almost had to poke Mike.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so I think that's dope, man. Shout out to Jadakiss for getting that deal. You know what I mean? Because his voice is very iconic in hip hop, and he needs to be heard. You know what I mean, like that.
And I was gonna say too, like with the public transit, maybe other rappers should follow suit. Maybe in like well, I don't know too much about the DC area. Maybe Go-Go could do something like
that. Would be nice.
That would be kind of dope.
That would be nice. Yeah, I mean,
and then like Atlanta, maybe Little John. That'd be crazy. Yeah, stop right there.
Right, exactly.
What? To the window, to the wall. Sit down on your seat, don't fall.
Yo, that would be so
dope. That would
be
hot, dude.
Man, down at ATL, they would love that down at ATL, man. People be riding the bus just to hear it. You know what I mean?
Man.
But yeah, he said it's going to be a bunch of other people, but he didn't really mention any names. He just said like 20 other iconic voices. So that's, either way, it's dope. So shout out to him. But also, I want to mention, if y'all ain't heard, my man Ludacris got his car stolen down in the ATL, since we're talking about ATL.
Damn.
Man, I don't know what he was thinking, but he got out of his car, went to an ATM. Right. He clearly wasn't thinking. He didn't have no entourage with him. He was just by himself and walked away, left the car running and everything. My thing is, if you got to walk away that far from your car where it can get stolen, you should never leave it running, especially if you ain't got nobody with you. It's like, come on, man. You know your hood. People down there don't give a damn. They just as bad as places like New York and Chicago. They will rip you off in a minute, no matter who you are.
Man, I tell you what, if a nigga had an 87 Buick right now, boy, I'd lock that goddamn shit. And I'm just going in the post office like, I'll be back.
Right. You know what I mean? It's some niggas out there that'll take a gremlin if you drove up.
Hell yeah.
You're like, shit, nigga. I've been walking for 3 days. I'm sick and tired of this shit.
Yeah, that gremlin looking kind of nice right there. You know what I'm saying?
So it's crazy, man. I don't know what he was thinking, man. But I mean, I'm sure he can afford to buy another one. But they said that they were able to locate the car and the stolen stuff. The only thing is they're not saying what they're doing to the people, because basically they were able to track down some of his private stuff to this one address where it was in somebody's driveway, but in a different car. So whoever had it took the stuff out, like Gucci stuff, Louis stuff, personal belongings, and they found all that type of stuff in another car just sitting in the driveway. And then they found his car, the one that was stolen. I think it was it a Mercedes or BMW or whatever it was? It was stolen, and they found that not too far away.
Well, that's the thing too. Those newer cars, like you can steal them, but really, you doing yourself, you might as well turn yourself in.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get it so far, and that might be why they did it, because whoever it is had left the car somewhere. They probably joyrided in it and just got out and left it because they knew it was probably gonna be tracked. Yeah, but I think they tracked the other stuff because he had an iPhone. You can do that.
Oh yeah, iPhone.
So I think that was how they tracked the other stuff. But so yeah, man, I was like, yo, this is crazy, man. I don't know what he was thinking, but shout out to Luda, man. I'm glad you got your stuff. Luda. I bet he won't do that shit again.
Yeah, lock your damn car.
Right. I just don't understand what the logic was, man. I know you big and you probably got that celebrity head on your shoulders, but it's like you in ATL, bro.
Nah,
there's no
college park.
I wouldn't even do that in Beverly Hills. You know what I mean? You might get away with it in Beverly Hills, but still, there's some crazy rich folk out there.
Shit. Beverly Hills, like right next door to Skid Row, ain't it?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
You know they be up there.
Yeah. So, but anyway, man. So, it's sad, but it happens, man. He's done a couple of videos where they've kind of poked fun at him. Country Wayne did a video where you see Ludacris coming out this building, and he's like, "Yo, what up, Luda? I got a surprise for you, boy." And Luda's like, "Word? What's going on?" He's like, "Man, I need you to close your eyes." He's like, "Come on, man. I don't have time for this. Come on, Luda, just close your eyes, man." So he's like, "All right, fine." He closes his eyes. And then they lead him over. And they're like, "All right, open your eyes." And then Luda's like, "Oh, man, that's for me?" And they're like, "Yeah, man, this ride just for you." He was like, "Where the keys at?" He's like, "You don't even need keys with this, man. This one just go by itself." And then they turn the camera around, and it's a little wagon that's just like one of those kids. Where the person got to pull you with the hand. And so Luda gets in it and somebody pulls him down the street. He's like, "Yeah, come with his own chauffeur." And some dude just pulling him down the street. I was like, yo, they stupid. I'm glad he's able to make fun of himself about that.
Yeah.
Because you can't do nothing but laugh at that point.
Yeah, man.
But anyway, all right, moving on. My man Kanye West, he is being sued by his own church congregation.
Ain't the church?
The church,
man.
The
church sued him?
Over some money, man.
The church?
I think they've been mistreated, but I think it's also money, too. How much did you say you heard it was?
I heard it was 30 million.
30 million, man. Listen. So, it's like, dude, man. But see, this is what we talking about. The people who swear up and down, they so religious, you doing people wrong. How you doing your own people wrong? Now, I don't know. I ain't there, but that's the story.
Only thing is, now, only thing I could say is, now, as far as organized religion and stuff, I don't really, like the mega churches. Now, I don't know if the choir or anything, or the musicians, they get like a cut of anything.
Right.
I don't know, but for most churches, you know what I'm saying, they doing this out of love their heart. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They singing and, blase, whatever. But, yeah, man, it is kind of interesting that they like congregation.
Well, it's like, imagine if you was the pastor or the preacher or whatever. You ain't getting sued by just one person in your congregation. You getting sued by the congregation, like the group. And it's like, what did you do to the whole group that they all just say, you know what? We're going to have to poke this nigga.
Well, I tell you what.
We're going to have to poke him in court.
I tell you what. Shit, they better hope this don't go nowhere, because maybe other congregations, like, I ain't gonna say no name. They maybe. And what's your boy the COVID-19?
Oh, yeah. Kim Copeland.
They might get smart, be like, you know what?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they better hope this don't blow over.
Yeah, man, because it's getting crazy out here, man.
Yeah, man.
Lawsuits is only a minute away nowadays, man. Somebody always looking for the come up, you know what I mean?
Yes,
so, but yeah, man, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I hope, that it's not really accurate, but, I mean, for a whole group of people to be coming after you, you had to do something. You know what I mean? Either you mistreated him or you didn't pay him or some shit. So get your shit together, Kanye.